welcome back. It's me, Papa Avery Sunderland. Episode 7, what a brilliant disguise. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love my city of Marec. Welcome, Ben Magnet. How you doing, Ben?
Oh, Papa Avery, I'm doing just fine as a summer breeze.
Love it.
Lord,
Sparkz, Witty, how's that Georgia peach tea you're drinking?
I'm in shot! I'm in shot!
Hey guys, welcome to episode 7, Brilliant Disguise. Fake Nerds Watch, it's us.
Yeah.
We're talking about Swamp Thing.
We are.
It's 100 degrees in Southern California,
We're
so
dying.
we're swampy.
Yeah.
Well, luckily it's a dry heat. If we were in actual Louisiana...
I'm not dry.
No!
No, I'm not.
We would be like, screw this noise.
Yeah, thank you.
One good thing about it being 100 degrees in California, it's a dry heat. It's not like Louisiana.
Great for ribeyes.
There's something down there called humidity. It sucks.
What were you going to say, Sparkz?
I was gonna say that I had to turn to look at your Avery impression. I'm like, he better be closing his eyes.
Oh, dude, I was...
He better have his eyes like this tight.
Because everyone knows a good Avery Sunderland impression means a bad George Bush impression.
I'm very certain that every time he's about to do like his charming,
His eyes are like...
his eyes always go.
Yeah.
And like anytime he's being real is when they're wide.
Yeah. And this was a pretty Avery-centric episode. But it starts with, of course, Swamp Thing and Abby. Swamp Thing is now Alec Holland again because of drugs.
Yes.
Because of spores.
Mr.
Spore
Andy
drugs.
Bean gets a lot of play in this episode. The most play
Yes.
since the first.
Yes.
I want to say this is probably the last time we might see him this season. I think this was his send-off.
I don't think it's the last time we'll see him.
Yeah?
I do think it's the last time we'll see him this much.
Okay, sure. But I felt like, well, I guess we'll get to the departure later, but the beginning is, last episode ended, Alec looks like Alec because of some spores.
Yes.
And Abby's like, whoa, you're handsome again, this is weird. He's like, yeah, like, I just wanted you to see me as me, and then the spores did it. And then they start talking about the green, and then I got a huge comic book erection, because they're just talking about, yeah, the green controls everything, and I'm so a part of nature, and I think of things, and then just, like, plums appear out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell? This is so stupid, and I love it. It's so comic booky.
He's just
like, plums and, like, just random fruits are popping up out of nowhere. It's very
like,
swampy.
You were hungry, so I wanted to feed you, and
Yeah.
here I am feeding you.
And of course, it's not just like a regular plum. It's like the most delicious plum ever made. It's the perfect plum.
Right.
So yeah, they have some seriously good chemistry. And Abby is like, she's shook. She's super shook.
This was nice because this is the first time where you get to see them where like their feelings are more or less obvious.
Yes.
Because in the first episode they had met and they were dancing.
They don't want to be
around it.
obvious.
They
about
hadn't
it.
gotten to it yet, but
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, we care a lot about each other,
Yeah.
and they can be completely honest about
Yes.
it.
So yeah, Abby is completely infatuated again. Like now that she sees like him again. But he's just like, I just wanted you to see me for how I am, not the ugly creature I become. And she's just like, Alec, let's just live in the moment. And that's also really sad.
Yeah.
Because like it's in a way like, I like you looking like you and not the Swamp Thing. I'm like, you're gonna love him anyway, girl. I promise you.
Yeah,
sorry. I don't remember how much happens in the lab before we go to the
it's
Sunderland
really
stuff.
it's really the him feeding and everything,
Okay.
and he tells her that he's going to take her
That's right.
to show her what he's fighting,
The
what
rot
he's
and the
becoming
death.
familiar with. Yeah, the rot and the death. The
She
darkness
wants to go there, and he's
that's
like,
approaching the green.
You don't want to go there.
She wants to get a sample from there, but he wants to show her the green that he's connected to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Because her whole thing is, if I could find a cure, I could do it.
Yeah.
And he is like,
the most dangerous samples, like where it's the most dangerous, is going to have the most radical results.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
best
for
medicines
like
and
what
stuff.
it is. Yeah.
And Alec, Swamp Thing is like, of course, Abby, I understand that better than anyone, but I promise you, you do not want to go there. It's bad.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Bad shit happens. She should have listened to the guy connected to nature.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Do they go directly there then, or do we cut to somewhere else?
No.
I think we cut.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We see Matt at the Delroy's. And
Right.
Liz,
Yeah.
Oh, he's at the bar,
pretending
yeah.
like she doesn't know about Alec.
Yeah.
and he's like,
'Cause
Liz,
she
and to be
doesn't.
honest with you, in the moment, I was like, does Liz know?
I don't think she
Yeah, she
does.
saw him.
No, Liz hasn't seen him, but Abby told him.
Oh, okay.
Abby told her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Abby did tell her.
Okay.
And that's why I was sitting there for the moment like, Liz doesn't know. And I'm like, oh no, Liz does know.
No,
Liz
they
does
talked
know.
about it. She doesn't know what
She
he
knows
looks
that Alex
like.
is alive.
Yeah.
She knows that he looks different.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, Matt.
All right.
Because that's been her confidant. Every time she's
Right,
gone there,
right,
she's been
yeah.
coming back to Liz and saying, I saw Alec, I saw this, and that's why Liz got so hard on the, like, we need to find out who tried to kill Alec.
Gotcha.
Yes, that's true,
Okay.
yeah. So Matt's, he's at the bar, he's kind of freaking out a little bit, because so much stuff's going on.
Yep.
The guy he killed alive, the guy who set him up to kill him is, like, might be coming after him now, like, so much crazy shit. And Max is like, I just need to have a beer and settle down. This is too much to handle.
Uh-huh.
And what does she say? Liz is like, yeah, usually don't come around here or something like that.
He has a form to transfer out of Murray.
That's what it
and
is,
she's like,
right.
that's a far place to go. What's going on? And he's like, look, I know what's up.
Yeah. I know this. I know the secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he wants to transfer out.
Yes.
Let's see if he actually makes it out of this town.
Probably not.
There's no Xanadu or Blue Devil stuff this week.
No.
Which is fine. There's a lot of Avery stuff, which I'm really glad about. This was an awesome Avery episode.
This was Avery, Abby, and Alec focused.
Yeah. I mean, well,
would say
the cables are pretty involved.
Yeah.
The cables. I was tying the cables to the Avery
Gotcha.
stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Woodrew also has some important play in this one.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like every episode someone has to get taken out to get focused on, which is fine. Because was it the last episode where Blue Devil went crazy? Blue Devil stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's chilling somewhere. So yeah. Let's see. Where do we go from there? Oh. Nathan Ellery.
We haven't gotten there yet,
Okay.
but there is a dinner planned, and Avery is talking to Maria, and Maria's like being sweet housewife all of a sudden, which has not been their relationship since episode 1.
Made a very easy to read document that describes his formula, and this company is going to come check it out.
Yes, Maria has gotten somebody to come who will finance everything.
Yes,
and this is Avery pulling his very last
strings,
like his
connections.
biggest connections, trying to get this.
Yes.
And so he's making a big deal about this dinner, and he's like, this has to be right. And in the middle of them prepping, Mama Cable shows up.
That's right. That's where Avery puts on his, what did he say, my Southern Belle. He straight up goes behind her, like, my Southern Belle.
Yeah,
she's making a pie.
Like, she's making a pie, and she's like, oh, like, these people probably haven't had a good Southern home-cooked meal or something.
They're used to catering.
With Maria.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, look at you, my Southern Belle.
Yeah,
and
closing those eyes.
Yeah. Then Mama Cable shows up, and she's like, yo, we need to talk. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, let's talk. Second they get into the other room, Mama Cable's like,
BAM!
You son of a bitch, you told my son to go kill a guy?
She's like, I always knew what you were, but I thought my family and I were off limits.
Yep.
But nope.
That's the last straw for Mama Cable.
And so she says that she tells him about Alec. And that Matt has revealed that Alec is alive, and they need to go clean it up because Alec can put all of them in the...
All of them.
In the slammer.
Yep.
And I really like Mom... What's Mama Cable's first name?
Lucina?
Lucille?
It's
I like to call her Mama Cable. I just wanted to know if we knew her name. I don't remember her name. But
I've heard it. I see it on her name tag.
I think it's Lucille. That's how anyway, it doesn't matter. Mama Cable. She's like, listen, Avery.
It's like it's some form of Lucy. I know that. There's an L.
Shape of an L on her forehead. Well,
no.
Okay.
No, we're not going there.
Yeah. So Mama
Wrong
Cable.
swamp.
I know. Mama Cable is threatening Avery, and he's like, listen. This isn't your game anymore. Like, we are at the end of the line.
Lucilia.
Interesting. Okay.
Hey, I was somewhat right.
Yeah.
Well, both of those were.
We need to take care of this Alec Holland situation immediately. This is your fault. It's on me now. It's on my son. If we don't take care of this right now, we're all going to jail. So, right before this big meeting, Avery has to leave. But Maria's like, don't worry, baby. I'll take care of it. I got you. And then do we go back to the swamp time? Rock time?
So they've recruited Avery, and then meanwhile... Alec is leading Abby through the greenest green of the swamp.
So pretty plants everywhere, man. Flowers everywhere. She's like, I grew up in these swamps. I spent hours in these swamps, and I've never seen these plants before. Yeah. He's like, yeah, because I'm a golden god, baby. I'm the coolest thing that's around. I make plants nilly-willy.
And then they get to the rot.
It's like a hard cut.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just
like,
dead.
There's like a great line in the sand where it's like, not dead, dead.
Yeah. Very
and
much.
It is freaky.
Yeah, and of course, Alec's like, hey, Abby, don't go in there. I promise you, it's not just a bunch of dead wood. It's like, there's some real bad shit. And she's like, nah, but I'm gonna do it.
And she's like, oh, I need to get a sample.
Before that, there was a cool bit where Alec could hear the plants. They're
waking up.
Yeah.
It's like,
and she's like, you can hear them. And it's like, they're talking all the time. It's just humans don't listen.
It's like, they're much quieter than us.
Yeah, they're much quieter than us, yeah.
Yeah, it's super sweet. So yeah, they go into the rot. There's maggots, there's decay everywhere, and she's like, I need to get a sample.
There's like pieces of the trees are falling slowly. I was impressed with the effect of it.
Yeah, it's almost like ash is raining down, like
but it's
dead
not.
tree
But
bark.
it's not that heavy.
Yeah.
It's like just a piece here, a piece there. It's like very slowly happening as they go.
And then they spend some time there, and I was like, all right, let's get that sample and go. And she starts cutting off a piece of bark. Then
you see like the creature-ish thing moving.
Yeah,
within
I don't
the
know.
log.
It
looked like a weird worm crab.
Yeah.
That was.
That makes me wonder if this season, like we've seen we've seen like a rot zombie, but you know, like from Animal Man, like that crazy, like disgusting rot world stuff. Like I wonder if we're gonna see like that kind of stuff this season. Maybe not. They kind of hinted at it this season or this episode at least. So yeah, she gets a sample. Shit goes bad.
She gets bit. She gets like scratched or bit or
like
something.
An evil tree branch like literally grabs her.
A whole bunch of like vines move as one and just clamp on her arm.
And like a lot of blood starts flowing. Yeah, and I'm like, oh wow, she's really getting fucked up. Wow.
Yeah.
And Alec's like, I told you, we gotta go. I'm not connected to the green here. We just have to run. And like shit is falling all around him like a collapsing temple. And they eventually get out.
And they do the wide shot of the black rot.
Oh yeah, and that was spreading super fast.
Yeah.
So like they caused that to get worse.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder. Because it didn't seem like it when the rot was attacking her arm. But in the comics, Abby is connected to the rot in certain ways. It doesn't look like they're tying into that specific version, at least yet. But if they weren't even hinting at it in this with the fight in her arm, then I don't think they're going to hint at it at all. Right. She's just connected to Anton Arcane, who is someone from the rot, which you saw in the flashback.
Yeah.
Or the
dream.
The dream,
yeah.
Yes. And they make it out, and then she has a bunch of rot shit in her arm.
Yep.
And
it's nighttime now.
It's nighttime now. They were together.
A whole day happened.
They spent like 9 hours together.
I want to say before that, Maria Sutherland goes to Woodrow
during the daytime.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Woodrow is finishing up his reports, and she's trying to talk to him. And he's like, "Where's Avery?" And she's like, "Avery's not here. I am. So you're gonna answer to me." Like she's pulling like her cards.
I need to know that you can do this.
Yeah. Like if she looks him dead in the eye and say, "If money and time were not an issue, can you make this work 100%?" And he's like, "But no, just answer the question. If money and time weren't an issue, could you do it?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I could."
He's like, "Not a doubt in my mind."
Yeah, and she's like, "All right, cool." I'm thinking that's her thinking because she's taking over for Avery.
Yes,
she
This
wants...
is the first signal of it, but then like obviously stuff happens later.
I was like, something's up with Maria.
Something is
when Avery left the house and she had a look on her face that she's like,
I'll tell you what. Yes. This is not me recognizing this, but there's a lingering shot of her with a knife.
Yep.
And that's her stabbing him in the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's some good shit. I wish I noticed that. That's not me. That was some other website. I forget. I don't look it up. But yeah, she's planting the seeds. She's turned from like she's the victim, and now she's the cunning manipulator.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Because this Avery gets exactly what he deserves.
Yeah.
Even though he's still around. So yeah.
For now.
So yeah, she has that meeting with Woodrow where she's taking over.
Yeah.
The rot happens in her arm, and Swamp Thing can't seem to fight it. For some reason or something, right?
Yeah.
Like the green and the rot, like they were fighting, but he couldn't win it over.
So what it was is that he couldn't, he wasn't sure how to deal with it.
Okay.
And then she said, she took a statement on what it was, some kind of flesh-eating disease. She gave it a name, and she said, "This will cure it." And he's like, "I don't even know where that is."
Oh,
the
Chinese.
Like, "It's here. You can bring it to us."
It's like a Chinese flower or something.
Yeah. So he calls the plants to bring him what he needs, and he gives it to her.
You know what?
And it's not enough.
Yeah.
So he gets his vines all up in there.
Oh yeah. He does
to help the war because
we
see when she eats it, the green fighting the rot.
Yeah.
He does like some creepy Swamp Thing stuff, and she's fighting it.
Yeah.
But still, it's like you could see her arm and her veins like go
green,
black and then green. It's really cool imagery.
Yeah.
It's really cool. The internal struggle with the rot and green.
Crystal Reed was doing a good job.
Yeah, it's one of the only times in the series where I was like actually like emotionally affected because like she gave out this guttural scream at once and I was like, oh, I actually felt that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like I know she's not gonna die. She's our main character. I was like, wow, this is like affecting me. I don't like what's happening to my new main character right here. So that shit happens, but they figure it out. They solve it.
Yeah,
he gets it out.
So we see him doing the things with his fingers, and we leave that to focus on the dinner. Woodrow's on his way. His wife is checking in on him.
Yes.
They go to the dinner. That's where we meet Nathan Ellery.
Yep.
Part of the conclave.
Yes.
Who I don't remember, but is from the original Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson run from the late 70s. I had those issues, and now I'm going to go check them out again to refresh myself. But it's cool. That is a actual DC supervillain group that's based in Gotham City. That's super dope. Got hair in my mouth, excuse me. And I like this Nathan guy because he's like straight to business. Like, listen, I did not come here for a mother effing pecan pie. I came here for results. And she's like, but they're homegrown.
And he also came
Everything's always better when it's local.
Yeah.
Not only that, he was also saying, he's like, Avery pulled every last favor he had to get me here. I'm here, and he's not.
Where's this dude?
Where is Avery? And Maria's son is like, "Oh, don't worry about it. If you can go to chat," and even Woodrow
go to page 3,
yeah, like page 7 or whatever, and she's like helping Woodrow out with
Woodrow starts talking science-y, and like nobody understands that. So she's like, "Yo, we brought a coma guy back to life."
Yeah.
And Nathan's like, "Well, you got me interested. You had my curiosity." And then she's like, "Okay, now go to page 7," and then she fully takes over the meeting.
Yeah.
And Woodrow's even like a little like, "Oh, hot damn."
Yeah, he's like really impressed.
Yeah.
And then Nathan looks at it, is like, "Homegrown, right?" She's like, "Grown locally. That's the secret." He's like, "Okay." So because at first he's like very like stone-faced,
doesn't care about the pie.
businessman. Is like, "Oh, I'm not here for the food. I'm here for the other shit." And she's like, "Okay, well, trump card." And he's like, "Oh,
this is a really good pie." Now that we talk about it, now that we're here,
yeah. Like the second she like lays down the law in a way, but not in a bringing the hammer down, but in a like a subtle screw you.
She's meeting him halfway, like, "Yo, I know why you're here. I get it. My husband's not here. You don't need my husband.
Yeah.
Let me show you why I'm important."
Yeah. Like, even he was like, "Okay, now I can work with Maria."
Yeah.
Even Woodrow's like, "Oh, damn, I'm impressed."
Because even...
But,
go ahead.
I know that this is probably, like, not the next scene, but we see how bad Woodrow's wife's Alzheimer's really is.
That's the saddest scene in this entire season.
Oh, that
like
hurts.
truly sad stuff. So yeah, Woodrow and his wife go to the dinner, and then afterwards, he's like, "Did you enjoy the dinner?" Because he really wants to make his wife happy, because like she does not want to be there.
No.
And he's like, "Did you enjoy dinner?" He's like, "Yeah, it was really lovely." "Who is that gentleman?" I was like, "Oh, it's this guy from this thing." I was like, "Oh, and who is his wife?" And she should know who Maria Sunderland is.
Yeah, and she's lost it a lot.
And Kevin Durant's acting in the scene, it might be the best of the whole season, for real. Like, it's like 30 seconds of him realizing that he's lost his wife, and he's about to become the madman.
Or he hasn't lost her, but he's really close.
But this is the moment where he's going to become a bad person.
Yeah.
This is the moment where he's like, "I have to accelerate this formula for my wife, or she's going to lose me."
Which we anticipated was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think after the scene with Woodrow and his wife, we get to Mama Cable and Avery again.
Actually, it was before that, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We're not in order. It's fine though.
Yeah. We're not in order.
So Avery and Mama Cable were going through the swamp, and it's leading you to believe that they might come upon Alec and Abby in the midst of what's going on.
Yeah. And then Avery, that sly son of a
pulls
bitch,
a shotgun on her.
Well, Mama Cable gives him the shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, they're about to go on the boat. She's
not
loading a...
Not wanting to.
Yeah.
He demanded
Yeah.
it.
He's like, "You have your service weapon on you.
You got your pistol with you to kill a man."
That could still kill a man. But I don't have nothing. I have no protection. She gives him the shotgun thinking, "Oh, I'm still safe." I'm thinking, Mama Cable, you idiot.
Yeah.
That is like 20 dumb points to Mama Cable there.
This episode did not go the way I thought this episode was going to go from the start.
Yeah,
Nope.
right?
Like, things happened and I was like, I didn't know we were going this way, this fast.
They're journeying farther and farther into the swamp, and Avery's like, "Where the hell are we going?" Like, and Mama Cable's like, "This is where they last said they saw Alec." So he pulls the shotgun up.
I seriously thought she was going to die.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I
I'm
did
like,
too, 100%.
Avery kills everybody regardless of how much it incriminates him. He just does it. He'll do it willy-nilly.
So I wasn't 100% sure until she said, "I thought you loved me," and he cocked the shotgun. That's when I was like, "Oh, she's dying."
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then Matt Cable comes in. Whack! Whack!
And it has been a setup.
Yeah, it was a setup.
Which is what Avery was saying, but we, knowing that Swamp Thing was real, was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. But it was a setup, actually, and Mama Cable is still a bad person as much as I want to like her, man.
No, so her and Matt are now on a boat.
Matt's a bad person.
Going late. And it's funny because he's like, "Let's kill her." She's like, no, I don't want to leave any blood in
this.
Yeah,
no evidence.
I'm like, "You are so far in the swamp, no one's going to give a shit. But alright, fine, just make this even worse for you, I guess."
Yeah.
I don't know what the CSI in the swamp is like. But
CSI Murray.
Yeah! CSI Murray.
I don't know what a crime scene investigator does in the swamp, but...
Call Barry Allen.
But...
It's the DC universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so they take him on a boat, and he's going, and he like finally comes to, and then he finally looks at Matt, who has the shotgun on him now, and then Avery pulls the oldest damn trick in the book.
Damn.
And another 20 dumb points to Matt Cable.
Yeah.
Because he looks over to Mama Cable and says, "He's my son too."
So I would call it dumb if it hadn't been true. which is what Lucilia basically says when she's taking Matt to the house later, is that it's true.
Oh, it is true?
No, it is true, yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Because when she's taking him to the house to have him patched up, he's saying, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, I'm sorry, I wanted to, like... She's admitting it by saying she's sorry she never told him.
Yeah.
So it's true.
Oh.
Which I was like, duh, what? That boy don't look like Avery.
No, anyway, no, it does not.
Anyway, I would have thought it was a good Avery trick.
Yeah.
Same.
And that's why I almost prefer it had been that.
That's why I
just
thought
because
the whole
that makes him more sly.
Same.
In just the, like, I know that he don't know, so I can get away with this,
Yeah.
and Lucilia having to be, like, lying.
Yeah.
You know, like, but it's apparently true.
It does work both ways for story reasons. Because this just makes the Matt relationship with both of those characters so much crazier.
It does. I just, I like the Avery pulling it out of his ass a lot better than it being true.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, there's
fine.
a knife hidden under the boat, or under the ledge of the boat. So he grabs it, stabs Matt.
His own son.
And, which is mess. This is like some really weird Oedipus shit going on up in here. Stabs his own son, is about to shoot,
Mama Cable?
Mama Cable. But Mama Cable gets the shotgun, shoots Avery in the back. He falls.
No, in the leg.
Oh, it shoots him in the leg,
and then he's trying to get off the boat, and she gets him in the shoulder. I guess, based on the end of the episode.
Because we talked about it in the episode, the actual like footage shot of the shotgun shot looks like she hits him right in the back, but there's no blood on his back, and then afterwards it looks like he gets hits like right here.
I mean, we barely see him for that moment before he falls into the water after he's shot.
You see the entire back of his shirt falling into the water. There's no red anywhere. Is what I mean.
But we did see the, like, holes blow out from the back of his shirt.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, that's why I was sure that she hit him.
We do see
there's a whole, like...
Oh, okay.
From it.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I was doing that for me, not for the audience.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. So he got shot, and you and I weren't sure, but by the end, he's clearly been hit in the shoulder.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he falls into the swamp, and then they don't see him.
This was nuts.
Yeah.
Not what I thought was going to happen to Avery this episode. Not what I thought was going to go down at all.
Yeah.
I thought for sure this was actually just going to be they're going to go get Alec.
Yeah.
But nope, that's not what happens.
So Avery goes into the water, and then they wait around a bit to see, like, oh no, he's got to be dead, right? He's not coming out anywhere, so they go off.
Yeah, they go off because Matt's stabbed.
Because he's bleeding.
Yeah, Matt's also stabbed, and like, yeah.
Yeah, so Matt's bleeding out, and here's where... At first, when we get to the scene, I'm thinking, why in the hell would you go back there? Mama Cable gets her boy, and a random doctor she calls on the way over here.
And this is when, on the way to that house, she was saying, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, by the way.
I was probably too shocked what was going on to...
No, I get it.
So, they go back to Maria Sunderland. They go back to the Sunderland estate.
Yeah.
Maria lets her in, and as the doctor's, like, stitching Matt up, the two have a drink, and they're like, did you get him? The two were in cahoots!
Yeah.
The whole time!
It's great, yeah. Maria,
in cahoots!
Maria, Mama Cable, and Matt Cable were all in this plan together to kill Avery, and I'm like, oh, this is some good shit. Yeah. This is some nice planning right here. And it's, and then we see what happens to Avery.
Yeah.
Well, that's at the end.
That's not the end, no.
But also, power move on Maria Sutherland's part, where she looks like, our business is now concluded. I don't want to see you again. I don't want to see you here again unless it's on official business. Clean up this blood before you leave. I want my kitchen spotless in the morning. And she walks upstairs.
The line before that, though, Mama Cable says, like, you always thought you were better than me, Maria. And then Maria's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Clean this shit up. Clean my house and get out. And then just walks off. And like, oh my god, she is better than me. Like, oh man, so defeated.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
And...
This is a way where we had, like, the time, because we move away from that, and you and I are sitting there, and I'm like, does Avery become the Floronic Man?
Yes!
Yeah. Because he'd been shot so hard, I'm like, does he? And so, anyway, that would have been a crazy twist. But that would have been nuts.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm trying to remember, Abby, so Abby wakes up.
This is, now we're
Abby wakes up on the cot.
She wakes up on the cot, she's fine.
Yeah.
The medicine went through. And she's talking to Alec again, who's still... But it's cool, because sometimes
he's mostly Andy Bean.
Yeah. Well, he's still Andy Bean. But the illusion, like...
The spores are wearing off.
It flickers in and out. It's pretty cool.
Hey, it's cute Andy Bean. Swamp Thing! Andy Bean! I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But it flickers in and out, and she's talking to him. She also kisses him.
Yes.
She
says, we don't know what's going to happen, I don't know, what we can do, but we have right here and right now.
And she
which is a take me line if I've ever heard
that is
it.
Like, it's so sweet. This is so Beauty and the Beast.
And Abby goes to kiss him.
Yeah.
Which I want to know, does she, like, I mean, obviously on screen she's kissing Andy Bean, but does she, like...
If we're talking
like a really random
if we're talking about
tidbit.
like the science of Swamp Thing,
yeah.
I imagine if she's hallucinogenically seeing a real person, she feels like she's kissing a real person.
Okay.
If the illusion is that strong, then she feels it's it's lips.
Fun fact: my girlfriend brought it up when we were watching the episode, and she's like, "Does she feel vines or real human
moss?"
lips?
Yeah. No, I imagine
just a little side note.
She's all drugged up. She's feeling.
She comes away from the kiss and just swamp water.
A moth flies out of her mouth.
How did that get there?
Yeah.
Pulls out a piece of moss.
Yeah.
No, so she's like trying to tell. She's like having this really, really sweet moment with Swamp Thing, and then he goes down to the dock, and he's just sitting there.
He's all sad. He's sad.
That was a transition to later. He told her, like, there was a scene between. We're jumping around. But what it was is he ended it with saying, you need to get some rest. That's how he walked away from that situation, which she was clearly enticing him into.
Yes, she was like, hey, let's do some stuff. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And then some of the other stuff we've already talked about happened, and then we come back, and he's sitting on the dock, and he is now...
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
He's like nearly complete Swamp Thing, but
like
not quite, because we see all of Swamp Thing appear with Alec's hair for a moment.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's an image.
This is completely random, but you know how the Hulk has different Hulk versions where he's like Smart Hulk and he has like glasses and wears a tie? There's never been a Swamp Thing who wears like glasses or wears like a tie. And I'm like, oh my god, I want like Smart Swamp Thing.
Professor Swamp
I want
Thing.
Professor Thing. Oh my god, that's a run I'll write in 20 years, yeah. But yeah, Swamp Thing's sitting on the dock, he's looking real sad. He's super sad. And Abby comes out like, listen, man, like, we can figure this out. Like, I want to be here. I want to help you. And he's like, Abby, you gotta go. Like, this is not where you should be. Like, look at what I am. Like, this is not... He does, like the mean boyfriend thing of, like, get out of here. I don't even want you.
I've got to fight this war. And she's like, I want to fight with you. And
yes.
he's like, I can't have you in that kind of danger. I don't want you to come back
I need you to leave.
Yeah.
He's like, not like forceful, but he's like, I want you to get out of here.
He kind of does the Edward Cullen thing a little bit, where it's like, to protect you, I need to stay away from you.
Yeah,
that is not a thing that belongs solely to Edward
Cullen. I know, but that
is a common
trope
of superheroes, long before Edward Cullen were doing that kind of shit.
Well, I'm sorry.
I can't tell you my secret identity because, danger.
Well, I'm sorry that unfortunately that was the first analogy that came to my mind.
That's fine. I'm not slamming on you for it. I'm just saying.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's the Peter Parker thing where he loves MJ but he can't be with her.
It's cool, buddy. He's Batman. It's fine.
Oh my god, he won.
Oh yeah, he's Batman now.
Fans. I gotta fight this war. You can't be here. You gotta go. And she starts to get up and she puts her hand on his shoulder and he does the saddest. And I'm like,
because he obviously loves her too. Obviously,
which is really good acting from
Derek Mears. And this is like completely separate, but this is one of the reasons. Like, man, I really wish that Beauty and the Beast movie had practical Beast, because this is the type of thing where like, yo, man, like a lady and a monster, like obviously should not be together, but like it's things like this that make it work and you make it believable, and it's like seeing a real dude there, really sad,
and also because this Swamp Thing costume is, I want to say, fully practical.
Yeah,
and it looks great.
Yeah, props to Derek Mears on his acting.
Yeah, he's like mostly like a stuntman, like tall guy, and he's actually like doing some acting in here.
Yeah,
like, congratulations, dude.
He's doing great acting.
He's also in Twin Peaks. He's the arm wrestling guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So after she gets on the boat and drives away, Swamp Thing's all like, oh. But then she calls Liz, and Liz is like concerned, is like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, hey, I got this really weird sample, but I need the full force of the CDC to use it.
This worries me so much.
So she's gonna go to Atlanta with the crazy sample, and she's all sad and stuff.
Yeah.
And then
she's leaving Murray.
Yeah, she's leaving Murray.
Real quick, while we're on that subject, I have a bad feeling about that rot sample.
Yeah.
I do not. I think that rot sample is going to get to Atlanta, and then it's going to spread, and something really bad's going to happen in Atlanta, and that's maybe a season 2 thing that they'll set up, but I don't think she's going to go to Atlanta, and it's going to be happy-go-lucky. I do not think the rot will allow that. Do you guys agree, or you disagree?
I agree. It's bad shit's going to happen in Atlanta.
I can't imagine like that sample staying exactly how it is without doing something.
I can't see her actually making it to Atlanta.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't consider that actually. But even that, I still think that rot sample is going to be a plot device in some way.
I mean, possibly. I think so as well.
Okay.
But I don't see her actually getting to Atlanta.
I honestly didn't even consider her not getting to Atlanta. I was mostly just like, is the rot gonna spread from this thing? And because it's been brought out of its normal territory, I think this is like it's a new ground zero to spread.
Oh yeah, like an Animal Man's backyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Good callback, baby. So yeah, then we're back at the swamp
With lightning
Yeah.
and thunder.
Thunder.
And I thought, he's going to crawl right up into the rot, and this is how we're going to get Floronic Man.
That'd be
I thought for
crazy.
sure that's what was going to happen.
And we keep mentioning the Floronic Man, who is Jason Woodrue in the comics, who is a type of Swamp Thing creature. Like, so that's what we think Woodrue's going to become. But for a split second, we're like, wow, are they going to make Avery Floronic Man? That'd be really cool. But no, he's just, I'm angry.
Yeah.
So
Got a
clearly-
knife.
Clearly wounded in his shoulder.
Yeah.
Rolls over. He's real angry, and that's the setup for the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in a very good spot, I think. I think the tension just keeps ramping up. We're at a point where, like,
He still could become the Floronic Man.
Yeah.
Or
we
he
could find out top of the next episode that he is in the rot.
Oh,
Or-
man. He could be dead or
He
something.
could be, like an agent, like Anton finds him and he turns him into like an agent of the Rock.
Yeah, he is so
Maybe
connected
he's
to Abby.
not the Floronic Man, but
Yeah.
he becomes an agent of Anton Arcane.
That's the thing, yeah.
It could happen.
Because they're talking about the rot so specifically, and again,
Yeah.
we lost 3 episodes, so we don't know how much more stuff there is.
Oh, man.
But, like, they keep mentioning the rot and decay specifically, like, and they showed Anton. If they've
Yeah.
never shown Anton Arcane, then I wouldn't think about it, but they showed him, so he has to have something to do with this, right? In some way?
He doesn't have to have something to do with
Not
this.
even in, like, he's the main villain at the end of the episode, but, like, he's involved.
I mean...
With the rot.
Yes, he's involved with the rot. I don't know, especially with the episode count being cut, I don't know that we see that.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
think
don't
his
think,
section
I
will
don't
cut.
think there's room in the next 3 episodes to have some Anton stuff really
Because
happen.
you have to have an episode for Blue Devil, absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's so yeah, and then you have Swamp Thing and Avery stuff. Yeah, there's not a lot of room left. There's not enough real estate. It's free real estate.
Yeah, we were supposed to have double what we have left.
Yikes.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh well.
Wow, man. Yeah.
I genuinely am just like, because the show's dead, they're not making more, which sucks. But hashtag save Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Keep putting that out there because, hopefully
Hey,
you can come back and say,
if Young Justice
I'm
can-
genuinely like, James Wan has the pull, they should just make a movie that follows this show.
Hey, if Young Justice can come back after being canceled for 3 years,
That's
I know it's different.
It
I know
is
it's different,
very different.
but it was a streaming service that saved it, and a
Yeah.
streaming service can save Swamp Thing.
epic.
Just saying.
Crackle. Swamp Thing's on Crackle now. It's got a third of the budget.
HBO Max.
Oh. Give it double the budget. Yeah, baby. So I think let's see. Blue Devil's in the next episode, right? Do you think?
I hope.
They usually only skip 1 episode for characters, generally.
I wonder if Abby being in danger from whatever's going to keep her from being in Atlanta is the reason that Blue Devil's going to go to her aid, because he's been saying he needs to be there for Abby
Barrick
Arcane.
Dondarrion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if that's going to activate his purpose.
Yes.
I'm hoping. Now, this is just me speculating. I'm hoping that Avery comes in contact with the Rot, and the Rot messes him up. Not as in, like, messes him up, like, kills him, but...
It feels like it feels like on some level it has to, because Avery, as he is now, is not dangerous.
Yeah. Like, the Rot turns into a puppet, and Avery thinks
Yes.
he has all his powers, and he's like, look at me, I have all this great stuff, and then this could be like a cliffhanger screw you ending, because sadly we're only getting this one season, where the last shot of the season is we see Anton Arcane full Rot.
Here's actually that you said something really
You're
good.
dreaming real
That's
big.
again-
You're on the right path though. The Anton stuff, I think I agree. It's too much.
I realize I dream big.
No,
but
hey, trust me, I dream big too, baby. I was talking about Chameleon and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm nervous we don't even see the Floronic Man, let alone Arcane.
True.
You know what? Honestly, as long as Woodrow has a satisfying ending, I don't need the Floronic Man because he's been so strong.
I don't either, but that's what I'm saying is, like, I don't even think we're going to get that.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't think we get Arcane.
Yeah.
If Floronic Man feels like that would be the tease.
Yeah.
I hope that we see the end of Avery's story at least, because that feels like the thing that has to conclude.
Yeah. Whereas Floronic Man, that could have been a good season 2 thing. That could have...
Oh, but I want to
I'll
bring
put-
home the thing about the rot you're talking about. I do think it's actually a really good idea because Avery has been, he spent decades like having this plan. He's trying to get so much power.
He has a line with Lucilia where he says, "You know how much this swamp took from me. It
My
owes
dad.
me."
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh my God, get a new story, Avery. We've heard the same story 100 times." Maybe Anton gives him a proposition like, "I know what you want. I can help you kill Swamp Thing, get power, all this stuff. You have to help me take over the town, but not in the way you want, the way that I want. So it's still like a puppet master kind of thing, like you were saying, but we don't actually see Anton. He's just a puppet master.
Okay.
And Avery,
I'm
like,
still okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm still okay with that.
I just know any way the season ends, it's going to be some type of like, here's the future. I'm like, no. But yeah, that's another excellent episode of Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're 7 in, still great. Can't believe it. I'm very happy.
Hashtag Save Swamp Thing.
Please,
Hashtag
we're trying.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
That'll do it for this episode.
So,
yeah.
This has been Fake Nerds Watch. We are part of the Fake Nerd podcast.
That's us.
You can check us out on all the places you listen to podcasts and also here on YouTube. We upload our regular episodes about the same time that this is up. Our episode from this past week where we talked about adaptations from comics and books to film and all these.
I hope you guys have a long road trip because that's a long episode.
It is.
We tossed that on up there. We have a recent Spider-Man Far From Home review and some other stuff that have gone up.
Basement Arcade, as always. Every week we kill a shadow of the Colossi.
Mm-hmm. That's also true.
It is true. It's not fake.
Yeah. And we'll keep doing this very, very soon because we're literally going to see it after we finish recording. Ryan and I, and possibly Ben as well, will be part of a Fake Nerds Watch special where we talk about Midsummer.
Oh, boy.
A Midsummer review. So we'll be doing that real soon.
Super spooky, guys.
So
keep it on the spooky train.
Keep looking here for that. Until then, I am Sparkz Witty. You can find me at Sparkz Witty on Instagram, SPARKZ Witty.
And only Instagram. Don't try looking for him on Twitter. We tried.
I'm Avery Sunderland
I think that account
Georgia Peaches.
Oh, it does? Oh, shit.
No,
I'm sorry. I was going for a joke. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm DJ Tony Snark at everything. Just type it in. I'm there.
Yeah. I'm Ben Manic27. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
Excellent. Subscribe, rate, review, all the fun stuff. Hi, Dad. And let's
watch Swamp Thing.
Yeah, watch Swamp Thing. Please support the show. Hashtag Save Swamp Thing. It's awesome.
Hey,
talk about it. Talk about it. If you're watching it, talk about it.
Yeah, like, talk to us, too. We want to know who else is watching this great show.
Not many people are watching it. I like to talk about Swamp Thing.
Yeah, if you have DC Universe and you're not watching Swamp Thing, I'm sorry, but no excuse.
Get on it.
Yeah, it is really, really good.
It's a fantastic show.
It's great.
Wait, but who are we talking to if we're 7 episodes in after they've never watched Swamp Thing if they're watching this? Just your dad?
My father.
Watch Swamp Thing, sir.
Yeah, watch Swamp
no, but
Thing.
I mean, if you are watching, please tell us things
Let
about it.
people
Let
know.
us know about it. Let other people know about it. Share around anything you want. It can be this video, but it could be other things. Just share the love about Swamp Thing.
Tell us your theories. Tweet us your theories. I would love to see your theories on what's going on at the end of Swamp Thing.
100%.
Yeah,
All
that'd
right.
be great.
Animal Man.
That will do.
That's dreaming big.
I mean, that
That's
was the long-term dream
Yeah.
when the show was coming up. And it
We-
hadn't been canceled.
Like,
We
it
were
was
all
gonna
like,
be
man,
like,
down the road.
Down the
Animal
road.
Man?
Down the
Rot World.
Not just Animal Man, but Animal Man and Rot World, the crossover. Ooh.
All right, that'll do it for this week. Enjoy yourselves. Stay fake nerds.
Say Swamp Thing.
Keep it sticky. It's swampy. Let's go with what I'm about to do here.
I always do.
Oh yeah. Actually, could you not? Could you not just like be my friend all the time? Like it's exhausting. Like God, being happy. Like jeez.
Shit.
All right, cool. All right, ready?
I know you were fucking with them. That was really mean. That was like really mean.
I
It
jest.
felt
I
real.
know. Oh,
no.
no.
Oh man, that is the opposite of real. That was the fakest thing I've ever
I
seen.
know you were messing with them. That's the thing. I was like,
That's my secret,
Ooh.
Captain. I'm always messing around. All right.